Hey, good evening, vinyl community. How's everyone doing tonight? Just wanted to do one last little video of the year, a little collection update there with my final vinyl finds of the year. I alluded to in my last video of a Combat Records gem that I had been looking for forever that just popped up on my Discogs want list, and I had to grab it, and I was waiting for that. So I've actually got 3 Combat Records ones here, so I'll show all 3 of those as well as a couple other odds and ends. And then I got one box set here at the end too. So the first one was, that was just a collection hole filler. Nasty Savage. Here is the 1987 record. This is Metal Blade Records. This guy was in the shrink, but it was in such poor shape that I ended up just, I salvaged the hype sticker off of it. And it also had the nice insert, smaller size than the record. I don't know if I can show that. There we go. See how that is. So, nice how they do that nice hard paper with the credits, pictures, and lyrics. Metal Blade logoed record. This thing's in perfect shape, almost like this thing had never even been played. Nice find. It adds to the into my collection with the three early Nasty Savage records. The first one, of course, 1985. This being the Combat Records and Metal Blade combo. And then the 1987 EP here. So, 88 EP on this 4-track. Somewhere just recently I heard that all 3 of these were going to get a reissue here coming up. I'm not 100% sure if that was true or not. I can't remember where I heard it and who was doing it. So if you know, put it in the comments below to help anyone else out that might be looking for these. I'm still looking for Penetration Point. That's the only one I still need from 1989. They did have one out there on Rotten Records here in the States and on Road Racer in the States as well as Europe. So I'm still on the lookout for that one, and just to totally finish out the early years. So what else do we have here? There was another record that I had been always on the lookout for, always looking for a better copy, and I came across this guy in the shrink also. I never find it in good shape. It's always out there trash, ton of ring wear, or the jacket is just worn off to no end. And that is Moxy's first record. This is a 1976 original pressing in the shrink. Even has the little sticker on it for $5.98, tapes and records. Again, with this original one in there. Records in very, very nice shape. Actually, one of the records I've seen too in a while on the Chicago Skyline label. 1976 pressing. So very nice to have that. I always continue to look for this one because every now and again there are some out there, and I know there's a lot of people looking for it. So I'll always try to keep those flowing into our circles here. All right, here's another one that I also found in the shrink. I took it for no other reason that it was in the shrink and in really, really, really nice shape. I've already got 2 copies behind me, though albeit one is a BMG club and one's a reissue. So here's an original Specialty Records pressing in the shrink with hype sticker and everything on it. $12.99. Doesn't say where, but yeah, the original hype sticker. And this thing's in perfect shape. There's no kinks or anything on it. Both of these things are in perfect shape. No bent ears on them. Really in nice shape, as is this folded inner part here. Both records are unplayed, it appears. I don't see any spindle marks or anything on them. Real nice shape. Look at the shine on that record too. I can do it without getting the whole reflection of the house here. So, real nice to find those. You don't see these in that kind of shape often, so I had to just grab it. So, all right. Next one here is a comp. I'd kind of been looking for it for quite a while. I'm actually going to grab one here. There. This guy here, Bullets. This is a Combat Records, 9 blockbuster hits, unreleased tracks from forthcoming records. There's tracks by Megadeth, Agnostic Front, Agent Steel, The Crumbsuckers, Impaler, Hellstar, Possessed, Abattoir, and Dark Angel. No insert. I don't know if it ever came with one, but here she is in unplayed condition on the gray Combat labels. Reason I reached around to grab this one here is because of the track Peace Sells. This has a different version than this record here does. They had recorded the whole record for Combat, and then prior to the release of the actual album, Capitol Records picked them up. Now, I'm not 100% sure if it's a total re-recording or just a remix, but these two tracks are a little different, so little bit tidbit there for y'all. So now the next two here, I'll show this one first before I show the one that I had found on Discogs. But I had been looking for a very long time for an original Combat Records Dark Angel Darkness Descends. This thing, I've got two different reissues, as well as I do have an original, but it's under one flag, the Music for Nations UK thrash label that they had. But I always wanted the Combat Records one, and I finally found one. This thing's in great shape all around. I mean, the jacket has no ring, maybe a little ring wear, but yeah, everything is really, really nice on that. Merchandise order form and all the lyrics and the record itself in just absolutely perfect shape again. The gray Combat labels. This is also on the translucent, hold it up to the light, the translucent vinyl, a better vinyl compound, they say. And now for the one I had been looking for a very, very long time, and this record goes for quite a bit of money, and unfortunately it was just always out of reach, and I just wasn't willing to pay that kind of money. I mean, $150, $180, $200, $250, just crazy prices. And that is this guy here. This is the Combat Records. It popped up at a really, really, really low price, less than half of what Discogs was going for. The guy listed 2 of them. Don't know why. I don't know if he had 2 or not, but I clicked on one, and yeah, this thing is every bit of, as you know, near mint that he stated it was. Photo. No lyrics, but there is the catalog. This thing is always really fun to look at, where you can start reading the, I'm going to go off camera here, so, but yeah, it's kind of fun to watch those there. Let's see, I can do this here, and then if you guys want to freeze it and look at, use it as kind of a checklist for what you might still need from Combat Records. So, again, the record looks phenomenal. The gray Combat label. There's a couple paper scuffs on it, but it plays just fine. No marks whatsoever. Really, really stoked to have this guy. This is one I've wanted for a real long time. I had the reissue that came out here just recently on the US Combat version. They did there's a pretty decent job they did with the cover. Yeah, no. Very dark, muddy compared to this one here. So yeah, my little sense of humor there, but no, this thing, very dark. It's somewhat clear, but it's a scan, it's a copy. Pathetic that this is how they're doing it nowadays. I'm not sure why. Even the back they changed. That is so dark you can't even see it. But on the original, it's all real clear what they're doing. And in fact, the whole picture is that here they've framed it in on the back on the reissue. So yeah, this one here, little different on the insert for the reissue. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this one. I'm probably just going to, send it to my resale pile, because I'm never going to listen to this one anymore now that I have the original. I might have kept it if there was something like an insert with lyrics or something in there, but not. So, but yeah, I was super stoked to find this one. Popped up on my want list, and I couldn't believe the price, and I pretty much looked at it real quick to make sure everything, the listing was good, and then clicked on it, and then I contacted them afterwards. Something I don't normally do, but yeah, it's in perfect shape. So glad to finally have a nice copy of that, and then having found the Dark Angel in a shop here just recently too, so it kind of made for a nice double whammy for Combat Records here at the end of the year. So yeah, so I got a box set. You guys might remember me talking about the nightmare I had with Metal Church, how I got one from Amazon. They shipped it in a box, this tall, when just bouncing around, and everything was just trashed. Take a look at the video. It's in below here. Crazy. It was a nightmare. I ended up paying a lot more money, but I finally got a good one right from the label. But this new one may not be metal, but it's a very special album to me. I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan, but I ordered this big box, the 50th anniversary box set from, I ordered it from Amazon again. This thing's a big beast here. I was nervous. It'll go back. Not even going to question it. But what came was in this box here. And I noticed on here right away, from Sony Music to Amazon. This label right on here was what this box came from, Sony Music. They packaged it in this. All right, very sturdy. I mean, this is thick cardboard. Look at that. And it was tight in here. This box was made for this vinyl reissue. Hats off to Sony for doing that. That was a very good thing they did there. This box set showed up in perfect shape. I'll pull it out and do a brief, nice hard shell, see, with the the hole in that for the, and then the colored there is for the book. This is going to be a little hard to do, I think, here, but I'll do it this way here. A lot of the pictures we've seen before, the tape boxes. So a nice little book they did there for that. The jackets are thin. Those are real thin jackets. But it's in the box set. Thick paper sleeves. It's on clear vinyl. Not my favorite, but that's the 50th anniversary. Disc number 2. This is the rarities, side C, side D, early instrumental versions. Okay. Again, on clear vinyl. Cool cover. And this one here being the rarities number 2. Just throw that up there. You guys can pause that one too if you want to take a look at it. So and the side F here, Shine On You Crazy Diamond. This is parts 1 to 9, a new stereo mix. So the whole thing, parts 1 through 9. So it's not split 1 to 5 and then 6 to 9 like it was on the original. I have not listened to this yet, but looking forward to it. Live at Wembley, 1974 is, this is 2 tracks. Shine On You Crazy Diamond, and You've Got to Be Crazy. 1 track per side. And then the final piece here. Oh yeah, that shows up nice. See the 5/0. And in here were the extras. Pretty cool. Cool poster. Replica of the Japanese single, Have a Cigar and Welcome to the Machine. And then along with that also came the, I've kind of put them into jewel cases because I don't like them just in paper sleeves shoved in this thing here. So Wish You Were Here, the Blu-ray, the 50th anniversary. This has on it a lot of content from the Immersion box set from 2011. But it's got the original stereo mix from 75, a Dolby Atmos mix, current from 2025, the 2009 5.1 surround mix, which I believe was the one that was used in the Immersion box set, and then the quad mix from 1976. So CD1, CD2, Wish You Were Here, 50. Basically a replica of the main album, and then number 2 are a few of the rough mixes, including the new stereo mix for parts 1 through 9, all in one take. So the Blu-ray be a much nicer way to listen to it digitally than the CD, I believe. So it'll be interesting to see how the Atmos one sounds. And yeah, there we go. So hats off to Sony for that type of packaging. This thing showed up in perfect shape. I'm utterly amazed how well that was packaged. Hopefully that's something that some of the record labels are doing. Trust me, I'll pay $10 more for that box set to get that type of shipping container versus the headaches that I went through with that Metal Church one. So, all right, everyone, have a great evening. I will be back in a few days with my final top 9. I might be able to squeak a 10th one in there, but we'll see. I think I only have 9 of 25 releases. So some good ones to show you. I'll be back. This one I'll post here right away, and then the other one I'll come back with and try to get up by before New Year's Eve. So everyone have a wonderful day and evening, night, wherever you're at in the world. Enjoy yourself and keep rocking and rolling.